What is up and welcome. We are live. Looks like I don't think there's anybody watching right now. But I'm going to be going over the news as soon as some of the people start joining the stream, which hopefully won't be too long, because there was a major announcement on game updates, and if you can tell, I can't hold in like the humor. It's bad. And there was something very significant that was in the announcement that a lot of people on Twitter seem to miss. So I'm going to cover that as well. In the meantime, I'm actually going to be tanking this account because I don't believe that they're going to fix the game on patch day, which is going to be the 18th. So I don't really have anything to lose. And so I successfully tank my account and can force the MMR to give me bots, or my account's dead. And I don't really care because I'm probably going to walk away from the game anyway. So I am just going to be playing and losing until some people join, and then we'll go over the news. In fact, I'm just going to retreat games and see if I can force the MMR to drop. Oh, but what I need is the bots. The bot list. So give me 1 second. I'll pull that up. Here we go. All right, so is this a bot? I don't think it is. It is not, so I'm just going to retreat. We'll call that a loss. And that is intentional. That's what I'm trying to do. And I expect a lot more emotes like that when people just have no idea what the hell it is I'm doing. We're looking at how many losses until a bot appears, and then we will look to duplicate that. This is also a human, so we're going to retreat. Now, if I go 10 retreats with no bots, then I'm going to try to go to round 2 and see, because maybe they have it flagged so that early retreats don't count. Still not a bot, so we're going to retreat. And this should actually be negative, not plus. Hey, what's up, Mom? I don't know if you heard what I'm doing today. I'm going to go over the news here in a little bit, and it's not good. And I'm also attempting to do a lose streak to see... I did. It's bad. I'm attempting to do a lose streak to see if I can force bots to appear. So I'm deliberately just like retreating. And we'll see if round 1 is maybe flagged. So if I still don't get anything, I'm gonna do round 2 retreats. It's clearly a player, so I'm gonna retreat. So yeah, I mean, it's not really a balanced match though. And there was a very significant thing said about, or not said about Shuri, that I think a lot of people missed. What up, Wonders? And I want to get into that. I mean, I might as well. We got, a couple of you on here. So the big reveal. Oh, let me see if this is it. This is a bot. So we have a bot on 4. All right, so bot on 4 losses. And we will go ahead and play this. So the big thing was that, so they're supposedly nerfing Red Skull. They admitted that Shuri is the problem, not Red Skull. I gotta put my cat out. God damn it. I can't get to the announcement. All right, so they admitted that Shuri is the problem. It's in the bot list. And then what's interesting is they would later went on to say that anything that is not a numbers-based change will take a full patch, and that's why they didn't patch, or they didn't adjust Shuri. So what that's telling us is that they think Shuri is not going to be a numbers-based fix. Which, I mean she's going to get the leader treatment. Let me copy paste the here you go. So anybody who has Shuri is most likely going to be very, very, very angry in a couple weeks when they break her because they have no idea how to balance it. What they really needed to do was just make her a cost 5. That's all you needed to do, and that's a numbers fix, which they're now saying they're not going to do. So she's gonna be broke. It's bad. It's so bad. Alright, so I am gonna double Dino, probably double White Fang, or Moon Girl. I should be snapping because it's a bot, right? Yeah, that's exactly like I just realized I hadn't done that. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to spawn the bots. I mean, they're clearly playing a very random deck right here, too. I mean, this should win me left, hopefully mid as well, and then that's game. I mean, either way, doesn't really matter. And this should do it. Okay, so there's, I mean, we got a +2 on that. I'm not counting that because I want to see about losses here. In fact, I'm going to bring up something for my notes. Alright, so what we know is 4 round 1 retreats, and we got a bot. We'll see if we can reproduce that. Yeah, that's exactly right, Anders. Like, they have no clue what they're doing. It's so obvious that they're morons. And that's why I'm like, you know, come the 17th, or 16th, when... 16th, 18th. It's the 18th, when the patch comes out, it's likely going to be the last day I play the game. Because I don't see them doing what's necessary. They're so stupid. It's unbelievable. Like, their daily numbers are... I mean, they peaked at, like, 6,000, and they've been below 2,000 up until the day this season started. They had a big spike, but now it's dropping again. Go figure. A new start is a player, so I'm going to retreat for 1. I'm trying to figure out if it's loss-based for bots or if it's maybe cube-based. Any type of consistency will be a foothold, though. This looks like it's a player. And we're going to retreat. Yeah, pretty much. They're going to give it the leader treatment, which means that they're not going to have any idea how to nerf her, and they're going to do the wrong thing, which they've already done. They could do it again, but likely they've already done it. And then they're going to follow up with a fix that isn't remotely correct and just break the card outright. So anybody top who, you know, went and got the card are going to be mad. And I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm done with them. Another player. We're going to retreat. And that would imply, so if there's consistency here, then we are looking at a potential for a bot here, if it's loss-based. It could be cube-based, which I'll have to track if we don't get a bot after this. No, it's another player. Yes and no. I would agree, Monk, except that they seem to have no idea how to do balances. Like, I mean, they are completely clueless. And you guys already read the news, so there's no point in me reading out. But the stuff with Shadow King and Sentry, like, they're worthless still. It doesn't matter that they buffed them. Like, people are still not going to play him. And, like, Shadow King's a Series 5. Like, he's worthless. Nobody's going to buy that card and play it. It's just got no point. Nope, another player. It's looking like it might be cube-based. Which I mean, this or the next one would be a bot. If that theory has any merit. Nope, it's another player. So it looks like bots might be at the beginning of a play session, because we had bots at the beginning last time. This time we only had one. And we're not getting any others now. After all these losses, we're still not seeing a bot. Are they Series 4? Well, King was introduced as a 5, so they must have brought him down. And this is another player. So what we're seeing here is, I mean, definitive evidence that loss rate seems to make no difference on getting a bot. Which shouldn't surprise me. Because if they have it implemented on available population of players, that would be the absolute worst implementation they could do, and that would make sense for the development team and their engineering. That is the dumbest thing they could possibly do, which would make sense. All right, let's see. Another player. So we should be approaching, I mean, a decent cube loss on top of that. Because we gained, what, 2? On that one bot. So we're at minus 10 overall, and it's still not popping. And now we have a bot. Okay. So that was another 8 games. Okay. It's interesting. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna play, so... Then I'm gonna snap because we know it's a bot. It's supposed to be one of the smart ones. Oops. Where are we? We'll get a Wong Odin out of this. Oh yeah, clearly Blade, Sabretooth. I mean, it's a really weird combo. Very likely to be a bot. It's a discard and destruction deck. Very, very strange. So we were hoping for Mystique here. We did not get it. So we will just fill the board with Tigers. What the hell? Who's... Who was it that thinks it was great? Like any big names? Because it's hard for me to fathom that people think it's a good deal. Hooglin thought it was good? Bootman thinks it's good? Oh my god. Oh man, no. I'm gonna have to at Bootman on that. We'll see what he says on Twitter, but that's really surprising. Alright, so we got a +4 off that one. And now we're gonna see if the next one is another bot or if we need to lose. Alright, so Fire Troll, you haven't seen the news then. They released there's going to be an update. They're going to be doing weekly balance patches, which are numbers only. And they're going to be doing, like, big updates about once a month, and it's going to be on a Thursday. And it's a garbage patch. It's really bad. Yet again, they're nerfing, they're actually doing a nerf to Red Skull, but they've admitted that Shuri is the problem. So they're going to be changing her functionality on the big patch. No touch to Leech. They quote buffed Sentry and Shadow King. And they're still unplayable. It's so bad. It's such a joke. I'm really amazed that Boot thinks it's good. I found it on Discord. I don't know if they have it posted anywhere yet. I don't even know how to share this because it's on Discord. Red Skull's going to 512. Sunspot went from 1-1 to 1-0. Shadow King from 4-3 to 3-3. Sentry to 4-8, from 4-8 to 4-10. And other than that, it's just their patch cycle. I mean, that might be what it is, because they're saying that they're gonna, they implied she's gonna be a mechanical change, because they said number changes they can do every week. But that would be like a number change to just change it to a, turn 5. So that implies mechanical. So that could be as well. But I mean, even that doesn't really fix it. Because you could be dropping like a 22 power or whatever, and then still have Taskmaster to follow. That wouldn't fix it. Shuri needs to be a turn 5. That's it. And they're clearly, that's not what they're going to do. Alright, so we are looking to lose again. Oops. I don't know what I just did there. Did that break anything? No. Oh, it did. Shit. Here's what I'm gonna do. Get rid of streaks because I don't care. And fix it that way. Wow, that did not fix it. Okay, well now it's working. That's weird. Alright, well I just won't touch that, that file again. Yeah, I think turn 5 would have been it. And that's been, a lot of people have said that, and they're just ignoring everyone. And that tells me that come the 18th is likely going to be my last day with this game. I'm done letting them piss me off. Oh, is this a, this is a human, so we're going to retreat. Okay, so... Sorry, I'm keeping notes here. See if I can figure this out. I'll just keep that listed. So I can figure out how many losses there's been. I figured this account seems to be cursed, so I just figure it's a throwaway at this point. Looks like a human. It's a human. We're going to retreat. That's 2 games in a row. Yep, same here. And the fun factor is a big problem. They claim that's what they're looking at, but clearly they aren't. Okay. That's 3 in a row. Sentry and Shadow King both look like they're a waste. The reason I don't like it is because it demonstrates they don't understand what needs to be fixed. I mean, Sunspot seems like an okay fix. I don't think he needed a fix, personally. So I don't know why they touched him. Brown Raven is a human, so we're going to quit. So I guess my problem is that the fixes don't really do anything. They're not addressing the real issues. They're not addressing MMR. So I believe, you know, MMR might be something on Thursday, but I kind of don't think so. What up, Law? We're talking about the the patch that just came out, or the update. And I am doing an experiment to see if I can force bots. Damn, that hurts. Yeah, Sunspot's fine. They didn't really do anything to Sunspot. It really didn't. So for me, the whole like Red Skull thing is just like salt in a wound. It's like it just proves they're completely clueless on what they need to do. That's why I'm not happy with it. Weekly balance, like number balance, is okay. I think this is a bot. I've seen this one a few times. It is not. It is human. I have seen Soma so many times. Alright, so we're 5 in a row. This is a bot. So 6 games. So I'm gonna snap into this one because we know it's a bot. And then wait. And you already have Galactus, right, Blah? Yeah, exactly, Monk. Alright, so they double snap like a bot should. We've got Project Pegasus on this. Ooh. Let's see. Correct about the Shuri, and that's what I was getting at. So what they're going to have to do, they're saying there, well, what they're not saying, or okay, what they're implying is that Shuri is not going to be a number fix. So they're going to be changing her mechanics, and I think we all know exactly what that means. They have zero clue how to fix her. So they're going to give her the leader treatment, and she's going to become a worthless card. Alright. I don't want to drop Gambit because I don't want to burn Odin. We'll just keep letting him dig. Weird. Alright, this is game. They didn't snap back? I thought they were going to snap back. Alright, so another +4 there. Victory. So it's 4, 8, and 6 rounds so far that I can get a bot just by retreating on round 1. Does seem to be a pattern there. So we'll see. Yeah, exactly, Anders. Exactly. Like, it's the fundamentals, it's the core base of the implementation of the game that's broken, and they're not addressing it. They're too busy trying to put out the fires that they keep creating. Oh boy. There's a lot of Ks here. No way for me to know if this is a bot. I'm assuming it's a human. So we'll call that 1. Oh, whoops. 18. Yeah, I'm waiting for that too. I'm getting, like, even on here, you'll see me go against, like, infinite level players and stuff. It's pretty bad. I'm doing an experiment, Troll. I consider this account probably dead with the matchups I tend to get. So I'm testing to see if I can find any pattern with the way bots are spawned, to see if that can be abused. And I am starting to see a bit of a pattern. I'm not even going to track the losses anymore. I mean, it just doesn't matter because it's all for data. There we go. See, I don't think that's accurate. So... Oh, no, that's right, that's right. They did say that, however, the infinite versus infinite only is not in there. They never implemented that. So, I mean, that's great, but once you hit level 70, you're still going against infinite players. No, Monk, that hasn't been implemented. They admitted that's not implemented yet. So you're still going against infinite players from 70 on. Maybe. They haven't announced it for sure. That's why I said I'm waiting to see. Even that, I don't think it'll be enough of a fix. I mean, maybe, but I have my doubts. And this is a human, so we're retreating. He always faces bots, though. And everybody who, like, hit Infinite, like, a few seasons back seems to only get bots. It's very bizarre. Hey, what's up, Tenjin? So Collins has been facing non-stop bots for, like, at least since I started the game. Because when I was, like, in Series 2, I was watching him, and all he was getting was bots. And I was like, well, what about the rest of us who aren't getting bots? And he eventually created a new account and was like, okay, this is broken. Another human. Escape. So we're 4 retreats in a row now. I'm gonna see if the pattern holds. Really? Why? Oh, you're pretty high up there though, aren't you? So you probably just needed to complete. Because you have good cards already, I think. I don't like Doc Ock. I don't like him. I think he's a cursed card. This looks like a player. Yeah, it's a player. So possibly next game will be a bot. It's still operating at a net loss. but it's looking like next round should be a bot, if I'm right. And again, that tells you, like, that's the MMR that's broken. It's not that there's, I mean, it's not that, I don't even know how to describe that. People above Infinite should never be facing bots, or should be very rare, and that's just not what happens. From what I can tell, they have done the worst possible implementation they could think of, and that's based the bots on availability of players, because they don't want people waiting for a game. But that's broken. That's very, very broken logic. Alright, so I would now expect to see one more human player and then a bot, if the pattern is going to hold. So I'm betting this is a human. And it is. So we will retreat. So we've now gone 7 in a row. This 8th one should be a bot. I just lost where I was in chat. Ragnarok New Game Plus? No? Were they doing a DLC for it? No, it's, well, maybe, hang on. No, it's another human, so this has broken the pattern. So it'll be 8 in a row. Whoops, I meant to retreat. Unless I miscounted somewhere, but this looks like, so that's 8 retreats in a row with no bot. And if I don't see a pattern here, I'm just going to tank the account all the way down to like 10 or whatever I can, the lowest I can go, and see if I can force the MMR to give me more bots that way. Oh yeah. Yeah, and they do it because they get non-stop bots. So again, that makes me think that it's not about player availability, that it has to do with the MMR. And their MMR is so, like, jacked up, oh, I should check this, that they can't help but get bots. So it doesn't matter, it's another human. Oh no, this is a bot. So we got a bot. Maybe this was round 8, and I miscounted? I'm gonna say that was 8 rounds. Okay, so we'll play this one out. See how it goes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they made it so there was, like, extended gameplay at the end, yep. You know, the MMR is so beyond busted. Their dev team has no idea how to implement anything. I mean, that's just it. That's all there is to it. I don't want to play Gambit yet. Looks like they're playing a destruction deck. For sure. This is kind of a weak, like, weak stack, so I may even lose to the bot, which would be very messed up. Well, now we get long. Good lord. Alright, so easy bot win for +4. And they're not giving me +8, so just really throwing this off. I think what I need to do is, if I get a bot, kind of let them play into me so that they snap. And then try to hit them for 8. But it looks like if you're losing non-stop, you have a cap of 8 rounds before you get a bot. The question then is, can you force multiple bots by tanking the MMR even more? I'm seeing it a minimum of 4 rounds for a bot, and it seems to be in multiples of 2. 4, 8, and 6 so far. And we'll keep this going for a little bit before I try to fully tank. So I'm operating at a loss of, what am I at? Total game, so lost 24 cubes while gaining 14. So I've lost 10 cubes so far. Exactly. That's exactly. So both sides are pissed off, right? The people who are high up are bored as bored to tears, and don't want to play because there's nothing to do. And the people stuck, not able to rank, are pissed off because it's frustrating. This is a human. And what that means is that nobody in the game is truly happy. Or at least the bulk of people are not happy. Which explains the huge drop-off in player retention. Right. This is a human. They're snapping anyway. The ironic thing is that the loss in levels on this account is probably slower just by deliberately retreating than it is if I'm playing the game because of the terrible matchups I get. Nice. I'm jealous. Pizza's my favorite food. Yeah, it's exactly why people are dropping. It sucks. It's no fun no matter what end you're on, right? Yeah, we're gonna quit for the 3rd in a row. So at the earliest, this next one would be a bot, but it seems unlikely. God, I don't know. I got a few, man. I'm one of the people that likes pineapple on pizza, so I like, you know, pineapple, ham. I also like mixes pepperoni, olive, mushrooms. I'm like a Ninja Turtle. If it's a pizza, I'll probably eat it. This looks like a player. It is. Right. So that's 4. So we're looking for another human, then maybe a bot. I've never had that. It sounds interesting, though, to be honest. Exactly. 100% unders. Like they're not paying attention. Is like the level of arrogance that they're demonstrating it's painful to witness. All right, let me get ready to write this down. Oops. Write this down. All right, so we're good. I'm wondering, that first one that was 4 rounds in is a little weird. That seems to be an anomaly. And the 6 rounds also seems to be an anomaly. This would be too hard to tell. This says it's a bot. So I'm going to play against it. Because this would be a round 6. So we'll see. Hey, what's up, Tardan? We're discussing the patch and how bad it is, and I'm doing an experiment to see if I can force bots. I mean, I've got like the perfect stack here too, so I am gonna snap on this one. But I want to play Ironheart into it. Unless I get Cage here, which I did not. So we will... Now, if it's a bot, I want them to snap into me anyway. I forgot about that. But this might be a bot on round 6. They're playing awfully weird. I need Sunspot or Nightcrawler to pop up here. Or Luke Cage. Luke Cage would be fine too. It's a very weird variant. Maybe they're human? Alright, well that'll have to do. What the hell are they playing? That should be more than enough.
All systems go.
And they're gonna snap back. Good. Oh yeah, that's clearly a bot. So they snap back. That was money. Game over. Yeah, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Yeah, well, I mean, let the people who are praising it kind of eat their own shit, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and suffer because the team doesn't know what they're doing. Just not going to happen. Alright, so we got a +8 on that one. That was 6 rounds in. And they snapped back on me. So that was a weaker known bot, too, if it is the bot. So that would have been on round 30. +8. Because this bot was listed under human names. So, I mean, and it lined up with the 6th round. So that made sense. I mean, I'm still operating at a loss, but we're definitely seeing a pattern here. Which is, again, really bad programming practices. It's really bad. Like, I think this is what I'm going to do with the remaining streams, assuming they're not going to fix the game, is try to find a way to break the system. Isn't it like pay to win, though? Legend of Runeterra. It's been mentioned a few times. Maybe I'll switch to that for a bit. I don't know. I'll look at that after the stream. I've been seeing that mentioned a few times. Alright, so we are now at 0. We will see, that looks like a human. It is a human. We will retreat. They were going to snap anyway. I mean, there's so many problems with the fact that I'm getting bots consistently here. Like it does look to be predictable. It's not, because if it's free to play, then I might have to look into that. Oh, this looks, what the hell is this? Okay, no, we're gonna retreat. It's human. Okay, so just for those who are unaware, right now I'm just doing system analysis. I'm trying to understand how it works, see if there's anything that is predictable, and then I look to see if I can bend that in a way that I want to. And I've already got an idea on how to use this information, but we'll see. This looks like human. Too early for a bot anyway, so we were retreating. Alright, we'll do another one. It'll be around 4, which I haven't seen that happen except for the very first bot, which might have been carryover from the one before. Clearly looks to be human. Yeah. Yeah, and Mogwai, I went back and forth a little bit on Twitter. Like, he agrees with me on a lot of this stuff too. You just sold me the pen right there, Tartan. You got me interested. We'll see. Right now, I still want to see if I can break the system on this game. That'll just be a really nice fuck you. A little feather in my cap, I'll be happy with. And I seriously, I'll look into the game when I'm done with the stream here. Another human, kind of figured it would be. So that's 5. So next one may be a bot. If not, we've got another 3 games until 1. This looks to be a bot. So that's another round 6 bot. Alright, and we will see how much I can get them for. I'm gonna let them snap on me, otherwise I'll snap last round. Oh, so it's been out for a while? 2 years, really? Really? So this is the first card game I have played in damn near a decade. And, I'm disappointed. I really am. I had so much hope from what I'd read about it. I was like, this game's gonna be amazing. And it's just not doing it for me. This might be a human. I mean, Cheetah seems like something a human might play. No Wong means I'm gonna have to Moon Girl. Top, you're just looking for people to yell at you now. I guess you haven't seen the Shuri news yet. So, Fondo's just saying lore got bad for a while? They haven't snapped into me. I was holding on for Shuri, now I'm not so sure. Hmm. They're not really playing like a bot. They really aren't. See if that does it. I hope. And they retreat. So yeah, I don't think that was a bot. I think that was a player. Which throws everything off right there. Because, yeah, they weren't playing like a bot. So I'm gonna have to start the count over. It'll be good to see after like a legit win how they calculate when you get a bot. Taskmaster's a good buy. I think that's a good one. It doesn't matter. I mean, Taskmaster's good for a lot of things. I like Taskmaster in like a destruction deck with Venom. That's a good one. No, but they're gonna change Shuri's mechanics. From the sound of it, anyway. Alright, so let's see. Get a loss here, probably a human. I think that's the problem, Anders, is there's no balance, or another problem, is that there's no balance, so you just play the same shit over and over. Alright, it's human, we're retreating. Likely another human, because we reset the, Yep, it's human. Pretty sure we reset the counter there. Which is actually bad. Because, we only won one off of that. Yeah, exactly. Well, Destroyer... No, you could do sure. You could just destroy your Taskmaster, yeah. Because Destroyer would destroy everything on the board. This looks to be a bot. I'll be damned. After 2. I'll call that a 6. I'm gonna let them try to snap into me. Yeah. That's kind of the double-edged sword of one of the metas, right? Like, people just retreat. They don't want to play against you. Not that I feel bad. Because, I mean, they're just abusing it. Like, they're just kicking the crap out of everybody, and it's no fun for anyone. But I'm betting Shuri is a dead card come the 18th. Can't even play. They haven't snapped on me. Usually they snap on round 3, so I'm looking for a snap here, but I'm playing movement, so they might be human. This is looking sketchy. I might not be able to win. Potentially. I mean, it's still a strong deck even without Shuri. If she was the only out, then I would agree, but oftentimes that's not the case. Okay, so we need... I mean, Odin would be good here. Because I don't think Ironheart's going to be enough. And they're playing a full movement deck here, so I don't think this is a bot. They're not playing like a bot. So this is going to be game over. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to retreat. We'll count that as a human loss for 3. When you see Shuri or when you draw Shuri? It seems like her win ratio is very, very high. No, this is human. We're leaving. So that's 4. Really? So you're so confident about beating Shuri that you just snap as soon as you see her, huh? Share that deck. I'd like to see it. Okay. That clearly looks like a player, or a human, I mean. And it is... How they don't have people auto-muted to begin with is beyond me. That shit is so annoying. Alright, so we're coming up on a round 6. So this might be a potential bot. Does not look like it, so we're looking at a round 8 bot. So it's a dagger, huh? Dagger and Craven. It's interesting. So it looks like a movement control deck. Alright, so that was game 6. This should be human. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very clearly human. That was game 7, so I'm expecting a bot this next game. I think you're the only one that does at this point. Blah, like, there's so much hate going around for it. And you got Leech, of course, yep. Because Leech isn't the problem. Well, we know this is a human. We've seen them before. Alright. So what did not happen on game 8. I wonder if that win threw it off. Interesting. I'm not even up to speed on Monkey Strategies because I don't have the card and I may never have it. So I'm not sure how best to even play him. I saw some on Twitter that looked interesting, but I haven't played with it. Let's see what this is. And this is a bot, so I'm looking for them to snap into me. So it was 8 or 9. I might have miscounted and it was 8. I don't have Valkyrie. That's a really, like, interesting mix of cards for both of those decks. I'm waiting for them to snap. Although they probably won't, so I'm just gonna snap. And they retreat? The bot retreated? Dirty son of a... I'm gonna call that round 8, I think. I think I might have miscounted. Oh, top, somebody stole your, or understole your under message. Alright, so we are back to 0, because that looked to be a bot, though they retreated, which is not ideal. That's clearly going to be a human. We'll retreat. So I've seen enough data here to see you can get bots consistently by losing, but it's not very frequent and it's not very helpful. Interesting. That's why I don't play Destroy. There's too many weaknesses to it. I love Destroy decks, but there's just no point. I am going to start... I'm going to see what happens if I lose, like, 10 in a row. And, well, no, because we know 8. I'm going to drop to, say, 38. And see what happens. And see if I can really... if I can get more than one bot in a row. And that's clearly not a bot. It doesn't matter. I'm looking to drop ranks anyway. Yeah, I hear you, blah. Like it's being Tor or Lore is being recommended, and I may jump to that on the 18th when this is dead, because I'm going to declare it dead at that point. Maybe take a look at that, because there's a good shot I'll be moving over to that myself. Yeah, still human. I'm just watching to see if we get consistent bots in a row now. They would not have given themselves a name like that. They might get sued. Right, so we're down 4 games in a row. That's what I'm testing for, Ben. I'm trying to see if there's a way. Tom, it ain't about being weak, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like the game is broken, and I'm tired of them not doing shit about it. Yeah, like I said, I might test it out. I'm gonna look into it. But I'm dead set on trying to find a flaw in this game right now. So I'm gonna be testing, at least for the next few streams, see if I can find something. Well, Shuri is not getting nerfed yet. they're planning one, which means it might be coming out on the 18th. And it's not going to be a nerf, it's going to be a break. Like, they have no idea how to nerf things. Okay, it's not a bot. At this point, I am. I'm pretty pissed off at the game. And I'm just... because what I do for a living as a systems analyst, I'm looking for flaws in the implementation. Especially since all the big streamers get non-stop bots. And nobody else seems to. There's something broken, and I'm trying to figure out what it is to see if it can be abused. We don't know what they're going to do to Shuri yet, but it's not going to be a numbers fix. It's going to be a mechanic fix. Because they said if it's a number fix, they can do it, every, you know, with the normal patches, like the weekly ones. But they're not going to be able to do that with Shuri. So therein, you know, between the lines, means that she's going to be a mechanical fix. Yeah, another human. It's expected. We weren't even 6th game, or that was our 6th game. So I would expect a bot in the next 2 games. Because it's the reason I'm testing Honors is just for a big fuck you to them. That's it. That's all. Like if I find something that where I can, you know, game how many bots I get, and I can just climb through the ranks, I'm gonna put that out there on Twitter and force them to fix the fucking game as I leave. That would be so money to me. So this was game 7. So as expected, it was a human. That's what everybody keeps saying. We've been saying it on this stream. They've been saying it on Twitter. Yeah, that would be the perfect balance. Just like I said, leader should have only copied the cards played in the location you play leader. They were like, no, it's got to be to the right, which made no fucking sense whatsoever. Oh, fair enough. So I think Shuri's going to get the leader treatment. They have no idea. They won't listen to anyone, so they're just going to break her outright. Another human. They've been on round 8. It's interesting. So maybe that other one was a 9-round bot. I'm gonna call it a 9-round bot. It had to be. Because we are 8 rounds in and still no bot. But I'm going to be losing quite a few ranks here anyway, until I can see at least 2 bots in a row. Then that'll tell me something. Or we'll play for a bit once I hit 38 and see if I get a higher consistency of bots. This is a bot, so we got a bot on round 9. But I am going to forfeit anyway, because I want to see if we can get additional bots sooner. Alright, so that tells me when I started this. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to comment. Very nice top. Good lord. That's a lot. Yeah, 7,000 gold's ridiculous. This is a game, they're so full of themselves. Like, the ego is really out of control. Alright. And it's another bot. Back-to-back bots. Interesting. Back-to-back. Huh. Oops, I meant to retreat. And see, that won't work on the PC. It might work on phone. I think I agree, Ben. Like, the prices are so out of touch with the player base. It's very clear that they're fishing for whales, which is very telling about their true motive with the game. They're purely about the money, which, I mean, they're a business, I get it, but they're doing that at the sacrifice of their player base. And that long-term, very, very bad business strategy. All right, so we had back-to-back bots there. It looks like another bot. So, okay, that's interesting. So 3 bots in a row. And I'm just going to keep going. Because I am wondering if people who are farming with Agatha and just lose a lot are trashing their MMR. And that's... We'll see if this does anything. Well, 3 in a row is an interesting change. Huh. That's... but Top, you just said the game was perfect. I'm pretty sure you were pretty happy not a minute ago. Saying we were all going to be playing with Barbies and all that. And another bot. So now we're getting non-stop bots. So I'm going to keep letting those happen to see if this will just trash my MMR and force the bot rate higher. I don't consider that perfect. I would never consider kicking the nuts a perfect thing. Yeah, which is not very much gold when you think about it for the cost of everything. This is interesting. We've had 4 bots in a row. The hell? It's listed. There it is. Yeah, it's another bot. Look at that. So we've successfully forced consistent bots. I think it's safe to say that this is the system right here. So they're trying to give you a win to get you going. But I'm going to tank this. I'm going to stick to that 38 to see if I can break the MMR completely. I don't know if a full 2 ranks will be enough. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's a little bit less than that. For real though. Like, I don't... Yeah, I want to know. When I get my mind set on learning something, I'm there. Another bot. So I think it's safe to say right now it's going to be bots every game. Because this is 6 in a row. Well, I'm gonna be doing this until I can figure out the system. So, I mean, if I lose a full 2 ranks and I start getting players again rather frequently, then I'm gonna have to go down 4 levels and see what happens after that. But I want to go down 1 cube at a time to force the win-loss ratio to be absolute shit to see what they do. I mean, that looks like a bot. It's listed. I'm going to count it as one. So I'm going to stop recording the data there. I'm just going to keep spot checking for bots. But we're very clearly getting them every single game now, which is good, because that'll help me figure out what's going on. There is a lot of these. Jesus. Yep, it's a bot. Right on. So my working theory, one of the theories I have, the one that I'm now focusing on, is that people who basically farm for boosters are destroying their MMR, and that allows them to rank. The interesting thing about this will be, even if they snapshot MMR when you get infinite, that's fine. Because if you can trash your MMR, you can still break the system and come back relatively easily. Yep, another bot. I'm not breaking the law. That's the funny thing, is I'm literally playing the game and observing how it plays. Nothing wrong with this. 100%, this is just playing the game as implemented. But if this system is something that can be, you know, abused or broken, then I will publish a video on it. Another bot. All right. So we're down to 38. Maybe I'll go to 38-0 and test to see what happens. I'll play a few games and see if we get consistent bots. Another bot. Glenn's Law. God, I can't stand that guy. Makes me so mad. The thing is, though, I mean, he's kind of been the pinata, but he's not the only one. I mean, if they were paying attention, they would have fired his ass like shortly after they hired him. So it's more of a systemic problem at Second Dinner. They are not paying attention. Another bot. So I'm not sure how many in a row we've lost now because I stopped tracking that. But we were in the 40s when I started this. So hitting 38-0 should be a solid 2 ranks. Another bot. Yeah, it's safe to say they're all bots at this point. Whoa, that's surprising. That's very surprising. I mean, the weekly up patching I think is a good strategy, but it's not going to fix the system problems. It's not going to fix MMR. It's not going to fix rank side. It's not going to fix card collection. All right, so we're 6 games away from me seeing if I can get multiple bots in a row. And this looks to be a bot. Go figure. I'm surprised. Like, it's. I don't know. I have to see what Boot and Mogwai said, because they've been kind of like, you know, echoing the things I've been saying on stream. So that's very surprising. I think people are just hopeful that the weekly fixes will be enough. I'm not. I don't think that's enough. Because, I mean, that addresses balancing of cards, maybe, but it doesn't balance, or it doesn't fix the systemic problems of the game. Another bot. So yeah, it's been non-stop bots after we hit that threshold. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with both of you. It is lazy and they are grasping at straws, which is dumb because they're being told by the community what they should do. And they're refusing to listen. I don't understand that. Another bot. Interesting. Alright, couple games away from seeing if I can get multiple bots in a row by winning. Oh, we got 3 games. Another bot. 2 more games, and then we'll see if I've sufficiently damaged my MMR. Interesting, this is a player. I actually got a player? Or it's either a player or an unknown bot. I'm not going to find out either way. Well, we haven't seen a player in a while. And it's a bot. A bot that snaps on turn 1, no less. Interesting. It could be. That would be funny. If I'm not the only one doing this. Alright, so now we're going to see what happens if I play for real. I'm a new section in my notes here. Okay. So now we play for real and see what happens. And it is a bot. So I'm going to try to have them snap into me. And we're looking to have 2 or 3 bots in a row. If we start getting humans in a row, then we know that it wasn't a sufficient enough of a tanking. Oh, really? That'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting. They're playing movement cards. So bots should be snapping right about now, and they're not. So I'm gonna snap. Needed Odin there. I mean, that should be a win. No matter what. They didn't play Heimdall. Damn. They didn't act like a bot. But I went on points.
Victory.
Alright, so we're looking... This is where it gets interesting. We want to see what this next one is, if it's going to be a bot or not. And this is a human. So I did not tank my MMR enough to get lots of bots. So we're going to go back to this and see how quickly we get the repeating bots.
Escape.
So that is one. It's another human.
Escape.
So I'm curious because we were at, let's see, what is that? 38.4 when we started getting humans again from one win. This might be a bot, unknown. But I'm looking for multiple bots in a row.
Escape.
That looks like a bot. Very likely is. So it looks like two in a row. But we got, you know, two humans in a row, and that's a problem. That means MMR wasn't broken enough. But we only had 2 games until we started getting bots again. So MMR does look to be impactful, or impacted by losses. This looks like a human. Yep, that's a human. Odd. Actually, that's 4 in a row, I think. Oops, I meant to retreat.
Escape.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're talking about the sentry. I still don't see the point in sentry. That minus 10 whatever void is painful. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can go down to 36. Would that be enough? It'd be 2.5 ranks roughly. And that looks like a player. Because I'm definitely seeing players now. Yeah, I'm seeing... Well, no, that one's marked as a bot, but it could be... I mean, that avatar...
Escape.
I don't know if the bots are playing the purchased avatars or not. I think they thought... They thought those 2 fixes were going to bring up how often those 2 cards are played, and I don't think that's the case. Right, but I mean, that's my issue with Sentry, is that he's very, very contingent on a second card. You have to have, you know, a Carnage or, you know, another destruction card like Deathlock or Viper. It's awful. Right, and I mean, if you have Destroyer, maybe too, but I don't know. I mean, Destroyers seem like the only one that made sense to me if you have, like, mid protected. Okay, it's a bot. And we're looking to get that series of bots in a row.
Escape.
Or 5 games without consistent bots. That was game 5. %, there's better cards. Yeah, I just feel like Sentry has such a significant negative behind it. I mean, you know, like Hazmat, for example. I mean, the negative is minimal if you can't pair her with Luke Cage. at least you've you know, mitigated damage to yourself as well. All right, another bot. That's 2 in a row.
Escape.
I can see if the right location is full or if it's like bar with no name, I think it is. Where it's like the lowest counts. But I mean, that's so specific. Like those time or those moments don't seem very common. And so I'm more interested in like how you could play it consistently, and I don't see a way you could. All right, so we've got 3 bots in a row now. So it seems like we're back on the streak. And it took 5 losses to get back on that. So we're gonna tank the MMR a little bit more, see if we can
Escape.
have a bigger impact. Exactly, Anders. That's my thing. I don't trust the RNG in this game for anything. All right, I'll see if the next 2 are bots. I'm gonna stop checking. The hell name is that? That's a bot? That's legit a bot. All right, 1 more bot and I'll stop checking.
Escape.
Okay, so this is a bot, which it looks like it probably is. Oops. I mean, it's listed. We'll count it. So I think we're getting bots non-stop here. I'm just going to spot check as we go.
Escape.
And I'm going to tank my MMR a little bit further, see if we get more consistency. What time is it? Okay, we got time. Oops, I meant to retreat.
Escape.
That was a bot. Yeah. We're back in the non-stop bot phase. And we need that to be more consistent, though.
Escape.
I'm so confused why other streamers think it's a good patch. It has to be because it's a weekly thing. That has to be what they're excited about.
Escape.
I think there's very few cards below Series 4 that need to be nerfed. There's some that are broken for sure, like they're not useful, but nerfed, it's very uncommon. You know, the beginning players, all they're doing is making it harder for beginning players to keep up. And that's opposite of what they should be doing. I think they should be continuing to focus on the 4s and 5s and leaving the 3s alone. I mean, that's the only thing that new players have to compete with. Yep, another bot.
Escape.
Yeah, we're definitely in that bot streak now. We're down to 36s. I'm gonna tank it a little bit further, I think. I think I'll go for at least a 3 level this time. So probably down to 35. And we'll see if that picks up better bot opponents.
Escape.
Yep, that was a bot. So we're about 16 games away from the next test. It's a long ways down. I will tell you, even though I'm not like playing to win right now, I'm having more fun doing this than I was losing my ass and stressing out. Yeah, they are. Sunspot's already 1-0. And I saw a Red Skull earlier. It was like 5-11, I think. So yeah, they should be live. I mean, I never see Shadow King or Sentry to know, but I've seen the other ones. We're gonna tank all the way down to 35. Maybe keep going. I'm wondering if MMR is cumulative too, across all the seasons. Because it sounds like they weren't resetting it, which might make it harder to tank your overall MMR. That's something I need to think on. Because it might take significantly more losses to have a true impact. Let me see, this is Santino. Yeah, they're on the bot list. And they do have titles, so it does seem like the bots do have titles. I don't know where I read that or heard that, but that doesn't seem to be the legit way to identify them. The hell name is that? Yeah, that's definitely bot. So here's what you guys think I should try again at 35? Because I feel like that's maybe not as big of a slide as it should be. That'd only be like 3.5 ranks. Cumulative MMR would sound like something they would implement. And would be horribly flawed. Which is why I think it would make sense for them to have implemented it. And why I'm thinking maybe I want to tank this pretty far down before I try again. Because at this point I could be testing small increments and not getting it far enough and then just ruin my entire data set for getting further down. It sounds like the Infinite players are seeing 50 to 60% or even higher bots when they start a new season. How you're getting that at 70 is beyond me. So there's something there with having crossed the line for Infinite and something they're doing after that that's tanking their MMR so that they get a huge percentage of bots. Like I said, I'm looking not for no humans, I'm looking for a very significant portion of my opponents to be bots. I'd say even 25, 33%. So, 1 in 4, 1 in 3 being a bot would be gameable. And I'm not seeing that yet. But the people who get Infinite in the first hour or two, they're getting like massive amounts of bots. And you should not be seeing bots like that in 70s, especially day one when everybody's playing. That's my reason for thinking that it has nothing to do with population. Exactly. And that doesn't make any sense. And Tartan, were you getting a lot of bots from that? Oops, I'm going to retreat. Let me just check that one. Looks like a bot name. Yep. I'm tempted to go all the way down to 30 and see what happens. But that's going to take forever. So it might be that I tank it to 30 and then we check it on stream tomorrow. Because if I can go beyond that threshold, I can at least prove that you can, you know, get large numbers of bots. Okay, see, and that's what I'm saying right there. At 70, that's not population-based MMR. Now, the flip side, and I could be going completely down the wrong direction here, it could just be you get to a high enough level that your MMR just assumes that they can't find opponents for you and just start throwing bots at you. That could be the other case here. So, I mean, this could be all for naught. And I'm recognizing that as a possibility. Yeah. What the hell? That's a bot? Weird. It's a weird name. So, it very well might just be that you got to get to a high enough level that the MMR system assumes there's no opponents for you. You're just too good. Which is also a fundamental flaw. But like I said, I got no faith. And climbing from 40 to me is really not that much different from climbing from 30. Losing that 30 ranks is untenable.
Escaped.
That's very odd. I don't think I've ever had a game take that long. Like, ever. These are some weird names. But it's a bot. I'm trying to figure out how they identify these accounts as bots. Is it just like weird play? I don't know. I'm confused. Blame them for what? Oh, that could be. Yeah, I do. That is another theory I've had. So it could just be that, you know, you have to rank high enough on Infinite just to be able to get fast ranks again. But I think this will help prove that, or at least add levity to that as a possibility. Not levity, but weight. Sorry, levity. Because if you can tank down, you know, say 10 ranks and still not get consistent bots, then that kind of rules out that it's a win-loss ratio and has to do with your overall rank. So, I mean, no matter what, this is a fact-finding mission that's going to give us an answer on the bots, I think. It's also the only two solutions I see. If it's not numbers of losses in a row, it would have to be based on your MMR. Oops, what am I doing?
Escaped.
Yeah, another bot. So yeah, I'm already down to 35. This is taking forever. But I want to stack those losses as much as I can to skew my win-loss just to be sure I can rule that out.
Escape.
Or ideally abuse it. Agreed. I think the fact that it's a grind at all, it should either be doable every season, or it shouldn't be as difficult as it is. I mean, either way. But, yeah, I don't know. There's so many fundamental issues with this game. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. which is why, you know, you mentioning lore, I may take a look at that, see if I want to stream that. Man, this takes forever. So we are now over 2 ranks down. I think we're actually at 3 ranks down. Let me see where we're at. Almost 3 ranks down. And I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to try to play and retreat as quick as I can to get down there and see what happens.
Escape.
Yeah, exactly. So, like with my alt account, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm just trying to get to 80, and then it's just, you know, 10 more levels to get to infinite. And so I think I'm gonna be focusing more on my alt to see if I can hit infinite with it, to test maybe going up the ranks on there, to go the opposite of what I'm doing with this one. Hitmonkey can be good, but the anti-meta for it is pretty strong. Sandman, Wave, things like that really break it. I played against a couple players that were really smart with it. Like it was like Moon Girl, Wong, something like that, and they ended up getting like they had like 2 monkeys, and it was ridiculous. I'd have to go back to the stream. It was pretty interesting though.
Escape.
Ciao, Dada. I'm not gonna get the battle pass if they don't fix MMR. Like, I'm holding to that. I don't speak Italian, no, sorry. I'm doing an experiment right now, where I'm testing out how the bots are being deployed. And it's taking forever. So no, I'm gonna have to pass on a game right now. I'm gonna check that name.
Escape.
That was a bot. They had some really weird bot names. Like they tried to hide it. Un poquito. Yo hablo español un poquito. Oops, what am I doing? My Spanish is very minimal.
Escape.
I'm gonna say things like pinche gringo. Things like that. I know just enough to know when they're talking shit. Is it really? I don't speak Gaelic, but if you're talking about headbutts and spitting on people on the ground, then yeah, I speak Scottish pretty fluently. I got a buddy who is not Hispanic, Latino, anything, but he's got darker skin, and everybody just assumes he's Latin. And so he learned one phrase for any time somebody comes up to him and speaks Spanish, just "Donde estás las muertas putas? En los pantalones." And so he says that, and then they look at him like he's completely crazy, and it cracks me up. Oh, this is taking forever. I want to hit 30 so I can test this.
Escaped.
I mean, I live here in the States, but my family is Scottish as fuck. I mean, that's like they're all dying from alcohol. Literally, one of my uncles just died about a week and a half ago from alcohol. So I mean, but they're nice people though. They don't fight at all. Well, see, Tartan's from Scotland, and I've been there. I'm by heritage, I'm Scottish. A battered. See, I've heard of Mars bars. I know they're big over there, but I've never had one. Although I have a feeling it being battered might be something really gross, and I don't know if I want to know. If it's been used in some improper way. Alright, you're gonna have to enlighten me. I'm afraid if I Google that, I'm gonna get something really gross. So I'm hoping it's safe.
Escaped.
Oh, it's taking a while. Alright, I'm gonna risk it and Google it. Oh, so it is. It's an actual food item. Okay. So is it like? Oh, it's a deep fried mart. Oh, that sounds so good. Okay, so batter just means deep fried. That's what. Okay, so it's just a difference in lexicon. That sounds amazing. Oh, okay. So I just if I wouldn't have just Googled it, that's what it told me.
Escaped.
Yeah, I'm still getting bots. We're getting there. I mean, that sounds like something you get in the South here in the States. They just deep fry everything. You get hungry, they just deep fry their shoes and eat it. And then the reservations here, they make what's called fry bread.
Escaped.
Man. I really want to take my son out there. He's getting to be old enough. I think he'll like it. Is Brew like a brand out there? Like, and that's another thing I noticed too, because I don't drink, right? I'm not into it just because I don't like to. I've never been a fan of beer, but the beer in Europe, especially in Germany, actually tasted good. Like I really enjoyed it. Beer out here, it smells like somebody drank it and pissed in a can for you, and that's what you're drinking. It doesn't taste good at all. Ah.
Escaped.
You making fry bread top? Oh, I'm Scottish. I ain't got no problems with hairs on my chest. At all. Ooh. I mean, it's like pizza about to give you a heart attack. Like, yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like a calzone. Leave it to the Scottish. Like, we just gotta be like, nah, it ain't bad enough for you. If it ain't a risk of giving you a heart attack when you're 3 years old, it ain't rich enough. Like to throw heavy-ass rocks, large-ass wooden poles, and eat shit that'll kill you in a year. God, a calzone sounds so good. We're getting there. That's why I wear a back brace when I'm not on stream. Oh, that's good. Actually, now that I'm thinking, like, that'd be great. That's like a great inside joke for the Scottish in the crowd. It's like every time you pee, it's a caber toss, right? What am I doing? I'm not even. I'm just like lost in my head trying to think up jokes. Look over on top, talking about lifting something heavy to calzones are tasty. The juxtaposition of that's so money. I love that. That transition's so good. Ooh. Now I was told. Now I didn't try the haggis by itself. I was told you have to mix it with the tatty and neeps. If you just put the haggis itself on a pizza, I don't know if I don't know. Because it's really kind of bland, right? So it probably wouldn't be a problem. Oh, we gotta be getting close now. What's my rank at? 33. You'd be shitting me. It's not a nutsack. Well, I can see that totally being another national dish at some point. I remember so many people told me that haggis was supposed to be gross and like they threw up when they tried it. I didn't think it was bad. No, I just didn't see much flavor in it at all. Careful with that, because I misread that for a little bit. All I saw was fucking sheep people. Like people who fuck sheep, and that's something, you know, we get called all the time. Sheep shaggers and shit. Did you ever see I don't know, it's probably, you know, too old for most of y'all, but it was Mike Myers when he was doing his Scottish store on Saturday Night Live. I fucking loved that. So money. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Euros. Like in Greece, like when I was in Athens, the Euros, unbelievable. So good. Yeah, Ohio's got those creepy weird bastards with the big old like boots that you can fit like the back legs in. I'm so mad I didn't see Loch Ness. I'm so mad I didn't go. I haven't had a Scottish kebab. I was broke as shit. Like I was backpacking, staying in hostels. So I was like, I just went to a local pub and had a haggis there because I couldn't afford like a full restaurant. Still bots. You should. My son is as wide as can be, and his favorite thing is rice, beans, and chicken. I make it for him all the time. Put a little cilantro and lime in there, and he's good to go. So now you stealing my jokes, man. I always said I'm like, I glow in the dark and shit like that. I'm being Scottish, that just kind of comes with the territory. Yep, sounds familiar. Like, I don't need no night lights. I just get out of bed and the whole room lights up. Oh, gotta get there.
Escape.
I mean, he grew up in LA, right? I mean, that's like, LA's got a pretty diverse population. Oops. Keep forgetting I'm not playing.
Escape.
That's one of the funny things I think about where I live now, Portland, is it's very like left-leaning, but like it's like all white people. Like it's like the least diverse like place I've been. I would go to like Chicago or something, and I mean that's diversity. But here in Portland, it's like a bunch of privileged people complaining about their lives. It's so weird.
Opponent snapped.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What was this? Like a Rog?
Escape.
Oh, that was a bot that snapped on round one. Interesting. Yeah. But it's all bots, so nobody's seeing it, right? Shit, I don't know about Crystal. I don't play her. I suck with movement. I don't know why I can't seem to win with it, but I don't. Yeah, Crystal's tough. Like, it's really tricky. I know we have some movement players in the audience, but I don't know. I never had luck with her and movement decks in general. Almost sick.
Escape.
Oh god. My cat's trying to open the door. He's figured out how to open most of the doors in the house. He's trying to figure this one out. I think it's, I mean, weekly, I think is the only thing positive that came out of that update, Anthony. Like, I don't see anything good that came out of it. Hey, that can still work, though. I've known plenty of limits that they don't give me shit. They don't care. They're good. When it's time, it's time. You know what I mean?
Escape.
Yeah, for real. No. It's time to show that Crystal's too overpowered. They're just going to nerf her into the dirt for no reason. Dazzler would actually be interesting in like an Ultron deck, potentially. But she's still weaker than like the bots you could drop.
Escape.
At least I think she is. I'll have to go back and check that. Is it next week? I thought it was the 18th. Is when they do the big patch. And I haven't seen any confirmation that they're actually going to do anything with MMR or rank. I think you're a little ahead there, man. It's supposed to be the 18th. So that's a ways out. That's a little over a week. Which is like perfect timing for me, because I'm going to get my copy of Dead Island 2 on the 21st, I think.
Escape.
So I might play that and maybe Runeterra, if it's any good. Because I have a feeling they're not going to be able to fix this. Yeah, the 18th is a Tuesday. Yeah, they're not going to do anything that, quote, controversial. For real, though, with Quicksilver. That's what I mean. They're busy nerfing cards in Pool 3. They need to be buffing the ones that are absolute trash. At this point, it's hard for them to fuck it up worse than they have, but I'm not gonna hold my breath that they won't. You know what I mean?
Escape.
Getting there. We'll get there in time for me to test it briefly before I have to run.
Escape.
I'm not sure the Shadow King thing does anything really. Like I'm not convinced that people are gonna start playing it. Yeah, I think I agree, Top. But they're not gonna do it. They're just not gonna do it. That would have been amazing. Even if it was just for that day. That would have been epic, Tartan. I love that. That would have been so funny. Not the damn rock that you got to spend gold on. With Shadow King, really? I mean, I could see that because you're clipping them down. If you have priority. We're almost there.
Escape.
I still don't think it's quite enough to make it so that it's viable, especially because he's still Series 4, I guess. And you need him to be like a Pool 3 card. You see, and that's what would have made the game fun, right? Something everybody can use. And it would have given people a laugh and really weird-ass games for the day. That would have been memorable and entertaining. That's what I'm saying, like... If I had the money, man, making a competitive game to this... With all the shit that they're doing wrong, it'd be so easy to do something better.
Escape.
That's so weird, though. And I agree with you. It's not. Like, they just want people to suffer. And I don't get that. That's why I said it's like a Dark Souls game. Like, they just want you to just, like, struggle. And I can't figure out why. Alright, so I think we're about 10 games away from seeing if we get multiple bots. If we don't get multiple bots, then, I mean, that at least points us to crossing the infinite bar. Yeah. But I don't know why we never see anybody play it. Like, I don't think I've seen anyone play it. That was a round 1 bot snap. Alright, getting there. Finally. I have a feeling this won't do it. And tanking the MMR just won't be enough. I'm leaning very heavily toward it being like your infinite rank. But at least then we'll know pretty close, like, we'll have a lot of reason to believe that.
Escaped.
That's true. Interesting. That's a very interesting... That's a very cerebral play. Yeah, agreed. Like, he doesn't seem like he's worth the cost. I mean, it sounds like he could be very powerful if played smart, but I just haven't seen it.
Escaped.
Alright, getting close. And I'll have time to play a few games just to see. Oops. Okay, come on. I'm getting impatient. I want to have answers. I haven't heard very many people say that, Anthony. That's why I'm interested to hear you say that. Like, Twitter just lit up with people like, why? But it's kind of the same with Leech. I think maybe people just haven't seen him played in the right way. Once we saw Leech played in a smart way, everybody hates it. Right? Shadow King might very well be the same. It reminds me a lot of Valkyrie. And Valkyrie's another one that's just kind of starting to become popular. Because some smart plays have been seen with it, and so more and more are getting it. The hell? Sorry, I gotta check this email.
Escaped.
Keep going. Take care of that later. Exactly, Top. That's where it became a problem.
Escaped.
Yeah, I really think it's gonna have to be... I mean, somebody's gonna have to popularize it to see it more often, because it might be super powerful and nobody's doing anything with it, and we just don't know.
Escaped.
Yeah. Yeah, Glenn. So saith the Glenn. Alright, one more game and then we test. And then I'm gonna have to run shortly after that. Alright, let's see what we got now. So we have tanked it by roughly 8.5 levels. I don't think Red Skull was really even necessarily the problem. I don't. I think he was just a an innocent bystander. Yeah, I don't know, Jeff. I don't know if I can get that one just off of the card itself. It just creeps me out. Okay, so I gotta remember I'm actually playing for real now. Let's see if we can get multiple bots in a row. Or out of a 3 or 4 games, see how many we get. It's supposed to be a bot. And that is a beauty for me. I'm hoping. Not getting what I need, though. Yeah, they said they might, but that doesn't mean they will. They're just kind of speaking out loud, you know? This is not looking good. How am I gonna get Camertage and not get anything worth playing on it? And I can't play Wong now, so... I got no Luke Cage. We finally get Wong? You gotta be kidding me. I didn't get a double dino out of that. So I may actually lose to the bot here. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? They just hit Red Skull a second time, though.
Victory.
Okay, so we got an 8 win off of that bot. This does not look like a bot.
Breaking news.
No, this is not a bot. So we got a human again. So we're 1-to-1 here. They had Leech. Looks like they're a Thanos deck. Right? Am I seeing that right? No. No, they just got a copy of my card, that's all. But they have Leech. Oh, it's waiting on me. Red Skull was never really an issue to me. I don't really mind it. I thought it was fine at 15-2. What's going on here? And there's nothing to even play. You gave me all, like, tall cards. Fair enough. Fair enough. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? What the hell? Oh, that's fun. I'm just going to Odin them back anyway. It's probably Sandman Doom. But I'm going to win on points, so I'm not too worried. Oh no, because they're going to take left. I forgot about that. Alright, well, we got a human. I mean, we're not even concerned about the losses right now. I want to see if we get more bots. That's what we're looking for. I don't know. I don't know about that without... that's what all the streamers are doing. This is not a bot. So, it looks like tanking your MMR is likely to do absolutely nothing. Which is valuable, because now we know where MMR is broken. And, sadly, it means it's unattainable for the majority of players. I'll play another game or two here, but that's what it looks like. Exactly. I think everybody survived the Shuri nerf. That's kind of the problem. They're playing movement. So do I risk Gambit now? And then drop Odin if I don't lose him? Well, no, because I would lose like almost my entire hand. Now this is turn 6. Alright, we'll just smash him. Oh yeah, that's game. Bye! Kind of a funny win, though. But we're 1 and 2. 1 bot, 2 players.
Victory.
And they're mad. They're mad. Sorry, yo. No, it's another bot. So it's 1, 2, 1. So it's 2 and 2 so far. Oh yeah, no, he got comps. 100% he got comps. No way. That's disgusting. Well, they're playing like a bot, for sure. So I'll snap and try to slow play if I can. So I believe that too. But when I was in the 40s, I wasn't getting any bots. So for me, it's kind of, I'm not entirely sure how valid that is. We'll see. I gotta go very soon here. So they killed their own rickety bridge. Very clearly a bot. Good lord. Wow. Jesus Christ. It totally didn't. That's so obscene. Still haven't snapped back. We'll take the 4. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say they saved the game. Pretty over the top. And they play 2 cards to Rickety? That is a dumbass bot. Wow. That's a joke right there. Alright, so we're seeing a 50% ratio right now. Oh, I thought that was... Oh, because they hit Limbo? I didn't think they could do that on turn 6. Right, well, I mean, it's all I got. So we'll just let Sunspot soak.
Victory.
I think it's a small step forward. It's not big enough, though. I got one more game, then I have to run. And I'll keep an eye on whether I'm getting... Well, I can't really test bots, so I'll have to stop playing this account after this game. And we'll see if there's more bots tomorrow. Yeah, but they're not even getting paid for that, though, is the thing. They get gold. That's it. They don't get money. Okay, this is a human player. Alright, man, take it easy. See you next one. I gotta run too real soon here. Oh boy, this is no good. I got nothing to play. I'm out. Alright, we'll see what this next one is, and then I have to go. Good lord, I'm cutting it close. Likewise, man, take it easy. Alright, so out of 6 games, it's another human. So we're not seeing bots again. So we're seeing about 1 in 3 games is a bot right now. Could be good for me, we'll see. What? I'm getting all these tall cards. I don't want to play that because I don't got any Luke Cage. There's Luke Cage. Mystique here would be money. Well, it won't really matter. I can still play a Hazmat Cage. And we'll snap on him. And they still have priority. So unless they drop Enchantress here, this is game. And it's a Sarah deck, so you never know. Come on, I gotta go. Not gonna be enough. This is so gross. Alright, well I gotta run. It's been fun, guys. I will catch you on the next one, and we'll do we'll see if this one sees more bots regularly. Until then, take it easy.